Hello, Bame Farm fans. The shadow of the tree is great, and so is the fuzz on the lens. It reminds me I still need to deal with that. So the Roundup wagon, yes, lovely, behind the flatbed with the skid steer. One of the original plans I had when I bought the flatbed was to go do Roundup, and that's what we're about to do. We're about to go on a fun, wild adventure collecting round bales, and we'll see how many we can get on here and whether I can get, what can I get on here and still get the skid steer on, or do I have to go back to get the skid steer after loading it all up? Oh yes, my handy dandy contraption to put a triangle on the bales, because hey, triangle is all powerful and safety. Okay, well, let's hit the road. Let's say hi to Lasso. You gonna come out and say hi, Lasso? There he is. He's the shyest rough collie ever. Find a gear, and away we roll. Who planted that corn there? Guess nobody's coming. Well, we can see the mirror and the tree and lots of stuff. See if we make it. Am I gonna hit those rocks? Oh, just missed by the hair of my chinny chin chin. Yeah, this thing corners like a tandem trailer semi. It doesn't. It runs into everything. But if you have a tight spot, you can turn the round bale trailer around on a dime. You can pretty well plant one tire in place and spin in circles. Okay, so we're back to where we originally pulled into. I had 6 bales to collect, 2 on the other side of the fence there at the neighbors, and 4 a couple houses down, where I actually square baled most of it, but round baled up a couple less than nice pieces. And there's, I think, 16 in this field. So hopefully we can get that all on, and we can still get the skid steer in the truck somehow. It may be sitting on the dovetail, but we'll get it. So time to scoop them up. Time to bounce around on the skid steer and find out just how smooth this field is or is not. The good news is we got the skid steer on there. It wasn't quite the way that I planned. I had hoped to drive it forwards and then stick the forks underneath the hay, but that didn't quite happen. But we're butted up to the bales, and you know, we're not too far down the dovetail. We'll throw a strap over it to make us feel safe, I guess, or 2. So 15 back here and 5 on the truck. All we gotta do is back straight up. We have a lovely extendable hitch, and then we'll see if we can't get this buggy rolling. Hopefully that ground's not soft. Maybe it's just the grass making that tire look like it's sinking in a wee bit. Oh yeah, and we gotta remember to pick up the tedder lost both of its guards. Not by my doing, but that's my joys of buying that thing out of Kentucky. My opinion of buying things south of the river there is not the highest, unfortunately. I've looked at too many things that were a wee bit rough. I mean, I guess most of the mechanics are good. But this thing did get hit, or the tedder hit. It seems a tree or a fence or two, and those had been jarred loose and welded back, and this was the second time out I ended up using it this year, was at this field, and there they went. Oh, rats. Okay, that's annoying. Everybody see that up there? I missed a bale. Yep, right there. Ugh, we were having so much fun. Okay, gotta figure out how to get that loaded up now. Okay. The triangle of safety is fitted. It's, I don't know, pretty snug fit. You can see where I might have bent a pitchfork tine or two, because sometimes I store it down in there, and this thing is low solo profile. It may or may not bottom out. Got that extra bale up top. Nice big pyramid stack. We're not too tall or nothing. And now we're ready to back up and hook up. Should just be a straight back. The hardest part will be getting within about 18 inches, because that wagon has an extendable tongue. It is fantastic. It's time to see how good my backing up skills were. I think I was fairly close here. But let's see. I gotta slide it forward some. Not too bad. Maybe only a foot. And with enough leverage out here, this isn't too bad to swing around. So all I gotta do when we get back into the cab is back it up, and it'll automatically latch, thanks to that handy dandy spring right there. Well, good thing there's a little bit of a trek to get to the gate to find out how well we stacked them and whether we lose any. Better to lose them in the field than in the road. Okay, first gear, letting out the clutch. Might as well look in the mirror and see if we can get this buggy rolling. Oh, I forgot to back up. Oh. Well, didn't take much to get it locked, I guess. I didn't think I'd had it locked. We're not doing too bad. We don't see it rocking back and forth. That means the field's not overly rough, but the rougher the field, the better the test to know you're good to go on the road. Yes, this gate up here is why I've got such a small mower. Not this one alone, there's a handful of gates. And I've been over this a few times about the joys of getting everybody to move their fence, and maybe they don't want to, and maybe I don't want to do it for them because there's so many to do. And I guess they like having a gate and a fence around their field. So we just do our best to fit through the tiny openings we've got. We made it in. There's like a 10-foot gate. Good thing the bales are 4 foot. When I did 5x5s, well, they fit, but we tickled the sides only a wee bit. Okay, we'll watch this from the mirror. Oh yeah. I got 6/8 inches on the other side. We're doing fine here. No problem. Don't have to worry about ripping down any fences today. Well, it's not the worry. It's the worry is the fixing them. Let's go close that gate. I mean, you can't see this right now, but hopefully you can see it in the mirrors. You know, they came through here who knows how many years ago, 20, 30 years ago, and took what was probably 1-lane roads and made them 2 just by putting lines on them. The white line has grass growing on it, and if we can look in the mirrors, if you can zoom way in, yeah, I'm on the white line, and over here, well, I'm managing to stay inside the yellow because on the other mirror, I am over the white line. But there's like no, these lanes are barely 8 foot. 9 is a stretch. And if your steering wheel isn't super tight, well, that's gonna be real fun to keep it between the lines. I know this thing's fine, but you know, maybe some older cars are getting a little bit loose and sloppy. Yeah, I envy folks, you know, showing video going down the road out west, probably like in Iowa and Wisconsin, where I think their berm is bigger than our whole road. And they've got a ditch that isn't 5 feet away from pavement, that's an absolute cliff. You know, it sits back some and there's room. You don't have to worry about dying if you're not on pavement. You know, stuff like that. So be happy you've got your gloriously wide roads, because we have our fun around here, and as the city folks slowly move out and, you know, come to the country thinking that's great, they have fun on these narrow roads. Now this must be what it feels like driving down some roads in like England. I was over there, and yeah, they're tight. They're very tight. About like this. So I guess congratulations to you folks across the pond who've got very tight lanes. I do not like that plan. It is a very bad plan. Oh, this is always a fantastic sign. I come up this little hill and see Eva waiting over there in the yard. Or home. We need a lower gear too. Plus we gotta figure out where I'm gonna go with all this. Whew.